They called him lazy. They mocked his hairstyles. Mourinho even stripped him of the captaincy. But damn, Paul Pogba was good. He was nearly 6'3", had the strength of a defender, and treated the ball like a number 10. While other midfielders spent years trying to master one thing, Pogba seemed born knowing how to do too many. Manchester United let him leave for free at 19. 4 seasons later, they had to pay more than 100 million to bring him back, because Pogba had become a beast. He won 4 league titles with Juventus, reached a Champions League final, and could steal the ball, carry it across half the field, then hit a 40-yard pass like he was playing in the park. But there was always something around him. The hair, the dancing, Mourinho, the injuries, the criticism. And while England argued over whether Pogba was really that good, France simply gave him a jersey and won a World Cup. Pogba was never the perfect professional many people wanted him to be. But he was not imaginary talent either. We saw him dominate. We saw him win. We saw him become a world champion. It was not a what if he had actually been good. It was worse. We knew exactly how good he could be. Good. He got into a fight with a teammate during training. He insulted Guardiola in the locker room. And when Barcelona asked him to tone down his ego, he showed up in a $400,000 Ferrari. But damn, Zlatan Ibrahimovic was good. He was nearly 6'5" and built like a target man, but he treated the ball like a street number 10. He practiced taekwondo, lifted his legs higher than a man his size should be able to, and turned that madness into back heels, volleys and goals that looked like martial arts kicks. While other strikers needed the team to play for them, Zlatan needed to feel like the entire world was watching him. At Barcelona, everything exploded. Messi became the center of the team, Guardiola tried to fit him into his system, and Zlatan simply stopped being Zlatan. He lasted 1 season. Then he left and kept winning. In Paris, he scored 156 goals in 180 matches and said goodbye by saying he had arrived like a king and left like a legend. Against England, he scored 4 in one night and finished the last one with a bicycle kick from nearly 30 yards out. It looked like arrogance, until you watched what he did, because a massive ego can make you look like an idiot when you have nothing to back it up. The problem with Zlatan is that he spent 20 years building the evidence.
However, like every tactics, it has its weaknesses too. As slowly many teams found a way to stop Bayern's dominance. Just take a look at this footage. The player who is following Bayern's fullback is not Arsenal's fullback. In fact, he is here. This is actually their winger. So when Bayern commit everyone to attack, the only way to counter them is simple. You make everyone defend. But for that, you need a really high energy and young team like Arsenal, which can do that. And when you have almost everyone defending, you can create an extra backline like this. Here, Arsenal managed to do exactly that in the first half. With both their lines staying intact with each other, they didn't engage with Bayern's random rotations. But this needs patience, a lot of patience, which is difficult to sustain through the full 90 minutes. Also, when you defend with 2 deep lines, the second line can focus on tracking Bayern's dropping forwards, while the last line focuses only on the ball. This creates a great combination that locks Bayern's fluidity. And because of these 2 lines that sit like bricks, it's obvious Bayern will send even more men higher up, like their attacking full-backs. This leaves Bayern's defensive flank completely open. So during counterattacks, the pivot is forced to cover the full-back zone while the actual forwards drop to defend the center. This makes their central zone even weaker, just like this. In this example, Kane is forced into a defensive role, but with him not being an experienced pivot, he moved with the flow of the ball and didn't anticipate that the opposition could target the space behind the backline, which a natural pivot would read earlier and delay the run.